Pablo Escobar. The name itself evokes images of wealth, violence, and power. He was the Colombian drug lord who ruled the cocaine trade in the 1980s. His ruthlessness knew no bounds, yet he was also seen as a modern-day Robin Hood by some. This is the story of his rise and fall, a tale that continues to fascinate and horrify the world. Born into poverty in 1949, in the heart of Colombia, Pablo Escobar grew up in the slums of Medellín, Colombia. His early years were marked by hardship and deprivation. Life was a constant struggle, and he learned to survive by any means necessary. The streets of Medellín were his school, teaching him the harsh realities of life. His criminal career began small, with petty theft and selling contraband cigarettes. These early crimes were just the beginning of what would become a notorious legacy. However, he quickly saw an opportunity in the burgeoning drug trade. The allure of quick money and power was irresistible. Cocaine, a then little-known drug, was gaining popularity in the United States, creating a lucrative market for those daring enough to exploit it, and Escobar was poised to capitalize on this growing demand. He meticulously planned his operations, establishing routes and networks that would make him one of the most powerful drug lords in history. Pablo Escobar, a name synonymous with the cocaine trade, used his cunning and ruthlessness to take control of the entire industry. He meticulously established smuggling routes that spanned continents, bought off officials at every level of government, and eliminated his rivals with brutal efficiency. His operations were not just about moving drugs, they were about creating an empire. His cartel, the infamous Medellín cartel, became a well-oiled machine, moving tons of cocaine into the United States and generating billions of dollars in revenue. The cartel's operations were highly sophisticated, involving a network of loyal operatives and advanced logistics that ensured the constant flow of cocaine. Escobar's wealth grew exponentially, making him one of the richest men in the world. His fortune allowed him to live a life of unimaginable luxury, with sprawling estates, private zoos, and a fleet of expensive cars. But his wealth was not just for show, it was a tool for furthering his influence. He used his immense fortune to buy influence, intimidate officials, and manipulate the political landscape of Colombia. His reach extended into the highest echelons of power, making him a formidable force that was difficult to challenge. Escobar's ability to solidify his grip on power was unparalleled. He maintained a private army of loyal soldiers, ready to enforce his will and protect his empire at any cost. His reign of power was marked by violence, corruption, and an unyielding quest for dominance. Escobar's reign was marked by violence and terror. He waged war on the Colombian government, ordering the assassinations of judges, politicians, and journalists who dared to oppose him. His hitmen, known as sicarios, instilled fear in the hearts of the Colombian people. Thousands of innocent lives were lost during his reign. Yet, amidst the bloodshed, Escobar cultivated a perverse image as a man of the people. Escobar used his wealth to build schools, hospitals, and housing for the poor in Medellín. He sponsored soccer teams and threw lavish parties, earning him the adoration of some. To them, he was El Patron, a benefactor who provided for those the government had forgotten. This dichotomy, the ruthless criminal who was also seen as a folk hero, is one of the most intriguing and troubling aspects of Pablo Escobar's legacy. However, Escobar's reign of terror could not last forever. His empire, built on violence and fear, was bound to crumble under the weight of its own infamy. The Colombian and US governments, under immense pressure to stop the flow of cocaine, stepped up their efforts to bring him down. Joint operations and intelligence sharing became the cornerstone of their strategy, aiming to dismantle the cartel from within. A special police unit, trained by US Special Forces, hunted him relentlessly. These elite units were equipped with advanced technology and intelligence, making them a formidable force against Escobar's network. On December 2, 1993, Pablo Escobar was cornered and killed in a shootout with Colombian authorities on a rooftop in Medellín. The operation was swift and decisive, marking the end of one of the most notorious criminals in history. His death marked the end of an era, but his story continues to serve as a cautionary tale about the corrosive effects of drug trafficking and the human cost of unchecked ambition. The aftermath of his demise left a complex legacy, with communities still grappling with the scars of his reign. His life and death remain a powerful reminder of the lengths to which individuals and governments must go to combat the pervasive influence of organized crime.